Welcome back to another tier list Tuesday. Uh, I the dentist numbed the left side of my mouth, so let's see how this goes. Okay, so our categories are Come Here Right Now, which is reserved for the most wanted characters. I'm open to having you is between the top and lower tier, where I can't really make up my mind, but it's leaning more towards no, I probably can't or won't. I probably won't try to get out that character. I wouldn't mind is kind of being open, but I probably don't have enough primos, and it's a really unreasonable character because maybe they don't swing with my other characters, or maybe they're very hard to invest in. But, you know, in my dreams, I really want that. I don't want you is pretty self-explanatory. I'll Get You Eventually is a category reserved for Dea and Tignari, because I will get them eventually, because boy do I lose my 50-50s. I already have you in one way or another. In one way or another means an account I own or at least have influence over the character choice. So the character exists within one of the 3 accounts that I have at least a little control over. Okay, let's begin with Albedo. I already have him on my main. He was just very majestic. Lore-wise, he's important and he has pretty hair. But since he's Geo and Geo's kind of fallen off, he's just sitting in my basement at the moment. Okay, Kamizato Ayaka is probably going to be on the more front end if I'm open to having you. I'm not sure how useful Cryo is anymore, but if I had to pick one Cryo character, I think it would have to be Ayaka. I already have you in one way or another. Aloy, no one asked for her though. Okay, I do already have Kokomi on an account my friend and I are sharing, but I kind of want her in the Come Here Right Now so I can have a Kokomi all to myself. Ganyu I wouldn't mind, but I'm a mobile player, and mobile players usually have a very hard time shooting arrows. So while Ganyu is very pretty and very useful and does big numbers, I'm not sure if I could utilize her bow because of how hard it is to aim on a mobile phone. So I don't think I'd invest in trying to get her, but I wouldn't mind having her. My man, D-Luke. I already have you on I think every account, or at least 2 of them. But on the one account, D-Luke was like my friend's first main. I have Walmart D-Luke, and my friend has like almost Gucci D-Luke. So if I want to play D-Luke, I always go to my friend's account and play as D-Luke. I wouldn't mind Eula, but also physical damage is kind of falling off as well as cryo. So that is not a very good combination, and Mika is not the buffer we all needed, sadly. But I like Eula's story. I didn't like Eula that much, and then I did her story, and then she became like one of the coolest characters in my mind. I know this is gonna anger a lot of people, but I do not like Hu Tao. I find the song annoying. I find people that she reminds me of annoying, and I'm not sure if I love the whole play style. So I don't really want her. Oh my goodness, Arataki numero uno Ito. I really like this allergic to beans man, but it's also a financial problem that he won't do enough damage. his main people he wants are Albedo. I also have Zhongli, and I also happen to have a Goro. Ito's a lot of investment for his like supports. Kazuha, I already have you in one way or another. He is on my main. He's like my best man. I love his aesthetic. I love his jumpy thing, and I like his big swirl low thing, and he's just the best. I'm really happy I have a Kazuha because Kazuha was my main reason for joining Genshin Impact. I saw in a leak that he was going to be a character soon, and I really, really wanted him. So my friend made an account for me and started playing for me. Kaching was my first 5-star. I still use her and I still have her, and I really like her as well. Okay, not many of you will probably know this, but I do have Klee on my very secluded account. I don't use that account very often anymore, but Klee is like the main character of that account, and she's just a blast. Pun intended. I have Mona. I just haven't built her yet. Jean's honestly a solid. I love the way she heals and punts people up into the air and then they land and crack their neck. I love that about Jean. I like my Chi-Chi. I don't care what anyone else says. I love Chi-Chi. I also wanted to play the game because of Chi-Chi and not only Kazuha. Shenhe is just beautiful. That's why I want her. But she also only buffs Cryo, and as I said, Cryo's kind of falling off. Plus, I don't have a good Cryo DPS for her to buff. I am coming in with all the hot takes. I do not really like the Raiden Shogun's playstyle either. I've tried to get used to it, but I kind of cannot. And, I don't like the character or the design that much either. Not many know this either, but the Tartaggles got me as well. So not only do I have Klee on this secluded account, I also have the man, the meme himself. Okay, I'm open to having Venti because he does still provide a really unique source of crowd control, but he can't really take care of big enemies and they keep releasing really thick enemies. Okay, you know I love my boy Xiao. Xiao is really cool and I really love his story and his design. And his playstyle. Xiao's the goat, even though Ganyu's technically the goat, but Xiao is GOAT. We actually have Yae on my friend's account, and she's pretty fun to play. There's not much to her, but she's pretty fun to play, just gracefully putting totems all over the field. I don't really like Yoimiya's one-hit play style. Or her burst, or her design, or her personality. I just can't vibe with Yoimiya. I already have a Zhongli. The shared account has a Zhongli, and I'm trying to get a Zhongli on the other account. This man is just the best at being protective. We also have Kamizato Ayato on the shared account. We were actually trying to get Venti, but we accidentally got Ayato because, like, I think it was me who misclicked and we got Ayato. And we were torn, but it was a blessing in disguise because now Bloom is more meta. Main and shared account have a Yelan, and Yelan is very fun for long leg sprinting action. Tignara, you go up there, right where you belong. I wouldn't mind having Sino, but people keep bringing up how hard he is to like build, because his scarabs move all over the place and that he's a little bit weird to play. I was hyped up so hard for this man. I really wanted him to be this next greatest, coolest thing. You know what? I'm changing it. I'm open to having you. If I get enough, I will try to take you because I like you so much. Nilo is going in the come here right now category because I remember going into her test round and she felt so smooth to play and she was just so graceful about it as well, and that was the selling point for me. And I tried to get her and I got a Jean instead. And if you're watching this as 3.5 or 3.6 is coming out, debating whether I will get Nahida or Nilo. Now, I want Nahida a little bit more. Because I don't have her on the main, and I have one on the shared account, and I'm like, I just need this little munchkin to go into my account now. Because she's so cute, and she's so selfless, and she's so kind, and she's so useful. True story, I actually do have the Wanderer. He just does not get played. And the funny story is, I actually got him just to flex on my friend who's been waiting to have him. Which is mean. Sorry, Ted, if you're watching this video. I'm a little bit open to having Alhaitham. The reason why I would have put him down lower is because, well, I already have Kaching, and Kaching does pretty much the exact theme Alhaitham is, but you heard how much I love my Kaching and how much I've been using her throughout my, 2 to 3 years of Genshin playing. But then again, I already have a Kaching, so why fix what's not broken? So here we are. Feel free to disagree with me. I know all the Hutao, Raiden, and Yoimiya mains are gonna come after me. I just like getting the people that I want. And you should too. Do not let me stop you. Although if you spend thousands of dollars and end up in credit card debt, it's not my fault.